Welcome to the Man Lucrative Podcast. I'm the host, the one and only Magneto7 in the building. I'm him. So I just finished the ridiculous playlist. Everybody on YouTube that's watching this on the playback, if you ain't on Super Chats and you ain't on TikTok, you missing out because I be going crazy. But first off, I want to say thank Big Jesus. We made it to Friday. We thank God. Well, it's Saturday for all y'all watching on YouTube. Here with y'all, you know, this is Friday, but we made it through another week. Thank God we made it. Let me do my shout outs. Who in the Super Chats? Well, let me see. Super Chats, we got TikTok. Who I'm going to go with first? I'm going to go with my Super Chat because y'all pay every month, and I appreciate y'all. So shouts out to Big Tim. What up? Angie, what up? Sean, what up? Big E, what up? Let's see, over here we got, is that Trey? What up, Trey? Mr. EOD, what up? CEO J Cross, what up? K3 Form, what up? I love showing appreciation. Y'all know how I rock. I just love appreciating people that appreciate me, huh? You dig? So, it has been a lot going on this week. I'm up. Is she? What do you do? Hey, girl. We're going to figure out this. You're going to have to send me a voice note of how to say this because it's just X-I, then she, you know, and I don't want to go, you know, I don't want to pronounce your stuff the wrong way. And I know you said it in the chat 1,000 times. I just need you to say it so I know how to say it. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. Gerald, what up? What up, Gerald? Big Fundraiser, what up? It's pronounced she. Okay. I'm going to just say she then, huh? There we go. She. Bulls, what up? Audio listener, we got a lot of people coming in and out. So listen, if y'all are missing out on the live, then that's your fault. That ain't my fault. That's your fault. But again, welcome to another week. This is episode, what is this? Episode 115. Episode 115. So I am so glad what's happening in these internet streets. Hold up. Let me see. Naomi. Okay. It's on me. I'm still gonna mess it up. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to say it. Andre, what up? What up, Andre? So I'm enjoying what's going on in these internet streets right now. I will say, have y'all seen? And we gonna jump straight into it because I've had a lot of people sending me videos, and I'm just like, oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. I think I'm gonna call this episode. What I'm gonna call this episode? I'm gonna call this episode disciplinary action. How about that? Disciplinary action. I like it. Because we got Ari, we got Tip. Everybody down here is regulating in these streets. And I love it. Because what's happened so far in the past, people say something on Twitter, or they say something on Instagram, or they say something on TikTok or Facebook, and they say what they say and then they leave, right? They take no accountability for the things that they do in these internet streets. So for me, when I see somebody regulating in real life, I love it. I'm just like, yo, keep doing that. So, and we gonna talk about some business in a few. We're gonna definitely talk about some business, but this, matter of fact, this is business technically. This is business. Shouts out to Big Tip. Put some respect on my man's name, man. I was actually in the studio with T.I. That was probably 2013. Really cool guy. You know what I mean? Really cool guy. I wish I would have got the placements with him, but you know, my time will come. If he decides to do music again, my time will come. So, shouts out to Tip. This is the first clip of the day I'm gonna respond to because I love it. Here we go.
Talk to me. Until then, ain't nothing going. Ain't nobody getting nothing going. Nothing. Call who you need to call. Do what you need to do. Ain't nothing happening. No money, no beers, no partying, no sections, nothing. You put me and mine on the motherfucking flyer, nigga, give me everything. And if you can't, don't play with me. I don't know if y'all from here, but nigga, don't play with me in this city. My motherfucking city. Don't play with me in this city.
Yes, sir. Thank you, T.I. That was the regulation That was a live regulation that y'all just heard. Did y'all hear it in the chat and in my super chats? Did y'all hear what just happened with Ti? Let me pull the screen up. Did y'all just hear what happened with Ti? If you couldn't, then I'll explain what happened. What up, Texas? Toxic, I think. Tox, whatever. I can't see that. The words are very little. So what happened was T.I. was at a club. He found, I'm assuming somebody sent them a flyer on IG or some social media platform. And since T.I. is a real one, since Tip is a real one, he said, you know what? I'm going to pull up. I assume, I'm going to say I think T.I. is what? How old is T.I.? Let's see. Because I think this is what you're supposed to do when you come of age as a grown ass man. What up, Fabian? What up? Oh, that's a different Fabian. What up? What up, Nick? So T.I. is currently, let's see, how old is Tip? I'm curious. T.I. is 43 years old. Yeah. That felt more like a 50-year-old type of comment. All right, he is 43. All right, yeah, he's 43. Yo, if you play with me in mind, it's going to be the same course of action. I think what's happened is we've let so much stuff slide, and everybody's just like, yeah, you know what, I'm going to just, and this, I want to say it's the youngins, but some of it, I feel like it is like it's just promoters just trying to hurry up and get as many people in the building as possible. And to what he's saying, to T.I.'s defense, yeah, don't just put my stuff on your flyer and decide that you're going to use me to promote your party. No. That's not the way this goes. What should have happened was, and maybe the promoter couldn't reach out, but even in that would be like a lame excuse because everybody can reach out to somebody on social media. What up, Alec? Everybody can reach out to somebody on social media. Tina said I couldn't really hear what was happening. So that's all what was happening was T.I. went into a club. He found out that somebody was using his likeness in the form of a flyer or something, and they were promoting the party using him. Tell me this. This is for everybody that want to say, well, he the bigger man. He got all the money in the world anyway. Why he don't just let them use that? All right, let's do this. Let's just play this game. Let's play this game. If you, all of y'all, the folk that's over here, and the folk that's over here, and the folk that's on YouTube, if all of y'all decided to, I'm gonna say reform. Let's say you the biggest slut in the street right now. What up, D Cypher? What up? Let's say you the biggest slut in the street right now, right? And then you say, oh, big Jesus, thank you, big Jesus. You went to church one Sunday. You say, big Jesus, thank you, I feel it, thank you, God. Right? And now you're saved. You say, I'm reformed. I'm no longer in the streets. I ain't touching that pole. Lord, I ain't touching that pole no more. I see it right there, Lord. And I love them stacks that was hitting my butt when I was dancing. But I'm a reformed Christian. I'm a new version. Even in that, like I got issues. I ain't gonna say I'm a Christian, but I have certain issues with some stuff like that. So let's say I'm a new virgin, Lord. Thank you. Like, right? So you in somebody's church, I'm gonna say for 3 years. You're a pastor now. You preaching. But it's a club promoter that may have taken a picture of you years ago while you were on that pole. You were on that pole. Right? That's my On That Pole song. And then they say, yo, I saw this bad, bro. Hold up. And they scrolling through their phone. They go back a year or so and they pick your picture and put your picture on the flyer. But you pastor evangelist so-and-so now. So then, are you gonna just let them use your old picture because let them make their money? Let them get what they needed. No, you're not gonna do that. And then if you do decide to do that, I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna just say you're not gonna let them do that. So I like the fact that Tip went into the establishment and regulated the situation. Don't just use my man's pictures and stuff. No, we gonna do that. Tim said it's like right. I don't understand that terminology. That's white people's terminology. I love you though, Tim. I love you. He said it's like being in a rodeo and becoming a pastor. I don't know what that means. Tim, you're gonna have to put a little black on it. Put a little salt and pepper on it. I don't understand that. Maybe like that's like me going to the strip club and throwing stacks and then I don't know. I don't know. I don't have no more for that. But along with the regulators, more regulators. I'm gonna call this one. Hold on, where's she at? Where's she at? So I don't know how many of y'all saw the actual clip of Ari Lennox. There she is. Listen, another one. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Here we go. Listen. Oh. I got to turn the audio off. There we go.
Bitch, don't fucking play with me. Stop that shit. I'll fuck you up. Who the fuck did it? I'll fuck your ass up. I'm a real ass bitch and I will fuck your shit all the way the fuck up. Did you ever disrespect a beautiful black woman on the fucking stage like that? I will fucking fuck you up.
Yeah.
You did it, bitch.
All right. Shouts out to Ari Lennox. Yes. Y'all gonna learn to stop playing with folk, man. Y'all gonna learn to stop playing with folk. What up, CJ? All right, so I'm sure y'all couldn't hear that because I had to fade in and out. And I might even have to mute some of it on the actual broadcast when I post it on YouTube. Because if I post that with her song on it, then I'll be demonetized. So that's why I was going in and out. But so what happened was this. What up? Okay, EOD said. All right, so Ari Lennox, she been working out, y'all. Ari Lennox out here in these streets, she been working out. She got the midriff showing. She's singing, right? So she's up on stage, looking. She got the Catwoman outfit on. She got the red Catwoman outfit on stage, right? And somebody said, "Hey, man, hey, hold on, you go, and they throw something, right?" So they threw a bottle. They threw a bottle at her while she was on stage. She stops mid-sentence while she's singing and points them out and say, "Hey, I will F you up." Yes. We need more of that. I think we need more of that. Now, the issue is this. Because if y'all remember the whole 50 Cent thing, 50 Cent was performing, this was probably like last year, a year before, and he threw a microphone in the audience because some girl said something. Threw a microphone in the audience. The girl I think she got a concussion or something, and that didn't work out for him. He had to pay for it. And I think he's still going through some type of legal stuff. So I'm not saying that you throw something back at the audience because it is like you are the star. And unfortunately, everybody will use you as the escape route. Oh, she was up there. She should have known better. This is her fault. Like, all she had to do is just ignore him and keep singing. No. Because what happens if she ignored the person that threw the bottle? And then that bottle would have turned into a beer bottle. And then the beer bottle could have turned into something else. So, I think she did right by addressing the person in the audience. And, don't play with me. I like that. We need more regulators in these streets. I think so many people are just like P word. I'm going to say P word. A lot of people are P word. I'm trying to keep it PG because I'm going for sponsorships. So I definitely feel like artists have to stand up for the stuff that they're doing. If you're on stage, case in point, let's do this. If you were on stage and somebody threw something at you, what would you do? If you give me the answer and say, turn the other cheek, your ass is lying. CDC said I could say ass. I know they ain't the radio people. What's the radio people called? CDC is the health, like, COVID people, right? CDC is the COVID people. What's the proper people that regulate who says what on radio and all that stuff? I can't think of the name of them right now. But if you do that, come on, yo. Nah, you playing. Oh, now that was the fun stuff. Now we got to get to it. I did not want to get to this. I really didn't want to get to this. But I think this next clip is what proves to me, it proves that we definitely have to do a better job of helping women out. I'm going to say that. I'm going to start there and I'm going to play the clip and we're going to go to it. All right, so this right here, Lord Jesus, this is taxing. I ain't going to front. This one is taxing. But y'all listen. Y'all hear it. Y'all know exactly what's happening.
You have. So, you being disrespectful to this motherfucking teacher? Oh, you know you finna go ahead. So what you
Not that. Not now.
Get up, get up. Don't play with me. Let's talk to her. Now what you tell her? I'm sorry, but Huh? You know, talk. Get your motherfucking ass back here now, nigga. What happened? Oh, we gonna have this problem anymore? No. Cause I gotta come back up here. It's me and you, nigga. It's me and you. Everything gone, nigga. No outside, no nothing. If this fucking woman come in again, I'm gonna break your fucking face. Do you hear me? Have a nice day. And every piece of work here.
All right. So if y'all couldn't hear what happened, Sarah said, "What was that? Someone's crying." Yes. All right. So what happened with this clip? It is not teleprompter. It's an actual agency that controls like how much cussing and all that stuff goes on radio and TV. It's a like how CDC is supposed to control the health care and all that kind of stuff, or like the food and like all that. No, that's the FDA. But this actual like organization that controls certain things that you're supposed to say on radio or whatever. All right. So I don't know what the name of it is. Like I don't have time to look at it right quick. So what happened was this. It's a lady. I'm gonna assume she's with the community, right? Y'all know the community I'm talking about. I'm gonna assume she's with the community, just from body movement, how she's responding to certain things. So she gets called up to the school, and I'm assuming the kid. Now, granted, some of these kids are hella bad. I'm gonna give her that. I'm gonna say. He probably did need an AW. If you don't know what an AW is, it's an ass whooping. He probably did need it, right? But that was not my issue. My issue was not that she gave him the whooping. My issue was the delivery. My issue was how she did it in front of the teachers. My issue was how the kid was trying to say what she asked him to say. Yo, apologize to these motherfucking teachers. Right? She was doing all that, right? My thing is this, and maybe this is where the role of the man comes into play. Maybe this is where the role of the man comes into play, because I feel like she should have figured out a better way. You don't get your kid out the class and say, "I'm gonna whoop your ass, nigga." Like, I'm gonna break your face. Like, come on. You doing that. The kid look like the kid is probably about 8 years old. The kid, like, she's not even 8, probably about 5 or 6. 5 or 6 at the most. The kid is not old. So why would we, and this is what I want everybody to think about when I play this on the repost or whatever. I want us to start thinking about this. If we continue to feed ourselves certain things, whether that's with content, whether that's with food, whether that's with certain relationships, if we continue to feed ourselves certain things, what do you think the outcome is? And like I said, I wanted to bring this one towards the back end of the pod, because anytime I get into my common sense part of the podcast, the ratings be different. Like, say something else, right? But I just really want us to start thinking about some stuff. I know that for me having, and I'll put me into the equation. For me and my wife having 2 daughters, one of them is like the darling sweetheart. The other one does the most, right? But as much as they want to do the most, like, keep in mind, mine might draw on the wall. They might do mix some stuff up and leave it there. And like, for me, I feel like that is a part of their childhood. That is a part of the dumb stuff the kids do. They just gonna do certain things. It's just dumb stuff. That's what they're gonna do. So the flip side of that is when we correct our kids, and this is why I want some of our parents to talk about, or some of my peers to think about. Because I had one friend, I'm not gonna say his name on the pod, because he called me and said, "Bro, can you erase the comment I posted on your video? Because I reposted this video." He said, "Can you erase that? Because I don't want nobody looking at me crazy." But he felt like, because he's a teacher, my friend is a teacher, and he felt like sometimes this recourse of action is necessary. Being this hard on your kid is necessary for him. For me, I can't see it because I'm just like, even at the worst of the worst, do it at the house. That's what I was looking for. If she were gonna go up to the school, maybe bring him out of the class, which she did do that. She took him in the hallway, whoop him in the hallway, and then go talk to the teachers. You ain't got to be cussing at him and calling him a nigga and this, and I'm gonna break your face. And I think it looked like she backslapped the kid. I'm sorry. I'm gonna dig into my white Republican bag. Yes, I am. I'm gonna dig into that bag because for me, a certain part of this is child abuse. A certain part of this is child abuse, and it's ghetto. When I posted this, I said my mama would give me an AW. My mama, now listen, my mama got the belt. When they get the belt, they put it around their hand like that. What? Right? My mama would do that, but she wasn't calling me no nigga in your lane, like just going crazy. Like my mom, I felt like she did a good job with giving me the AWs that I needed, and I was bad. Listen. I burnt the woods down behind my grandfather's house because I thought I was going to make a campfire. I told you. I'm low-key like a black white kid. I was like, I'm going to make a campfire. So I got one of her cigarette lighters, and I didn't look at the fact that there was leaves everywhere. I was just like, I'm going to put some rocks right here, and I'm going to just start a campfire right here. Well, the campfire did not stay within the rocks. The campfire actually went way past the rocks, and then the joints burnt all the way to the sky. And I was just looking like, oh. Funny, well, it's not funny. But the ironic thing is my grandfather them house was like up on the hill, right? And the other neighbor's house was like down below. The people that was in the like ditch houses, like the lower houses, they saw the fire in the sky and they called the fire department. You know what my dumb ass did? Do you know what I did? Sarah said, "Oh no, you burnt it." Yes, I did. I was Arsenal. I did. And that's why I say I understand when kids get whoopings. They needed it. I was bad. You know the dumb thing I did? I started the fire in the woods with the leaves and everything around. I saw that the fire was starting to get bigger. You know what I did? I just walked back in the house. I said, it'll get better. I said, it'll stop at some point. Like the woods, it'll stop. Yo, when I went back outside, the whole joint was burnt to a crisp. I was like, oh, what dummy starts a fire in the middle of fall? It's just dumb. But yeah, I felt like back to this clip. I do feel like the kid probably did need some type of discipline. He probably did. But the way she did it was all wrong. And the flip side of this is, the other side of this is why it goes so hard for people being a part of a community. And I'm not saying like gay community, I ain't saying the church community, I ain't saying the Muslim community. I'm just saying like a community. If you decide to have a kid and you're growing this kid up, you decide to have a kid and you're growing the kid up, and you're trying to figure out if, especially for my women that have sons, I understand. I understand. For my women that have sons and it might not be a father figure in the house, I'm going to tell you it will be in your best interest to try to find some community to help you with that boy. Because I do feel like it takes a man to grow a boy up, just like it takes a woman to grow a girl up. I feel like what's happening right now is, and I'm not calling nobody dumb. I'm not calling nobody's ideology dumb. I'm just saying, I feel like what's happening right now is so many people. What up, Tara? What's up? I feel like it's so many people. Wayne, hold on. I ain't seen Wayne in a minute. What up, Wayne? But anyway, I feel like it's so many people that's trying to say, well, you can do what you want to do. You can be what you want to be. You want to do. You love this. Love is love. Yes, I'm going to get with that. I will step out there and say, you know what? Love is love. Love who you want to love. Be with who you want to be with. Yes. As soon as you introduce a kid into the equation, you got to start thinking about it in a different way. Your love is your love. How you want to do things is how you want to do things in your household, granted. But you are growing up adults. These kids will be adults at some point. And then as an adult, you don't want to have so many different traumatic stories where people now have to go to all these psychologists and, this happened and this. A lot of that's what's happening right now. A lot of that is what's going on right now. So for me, I'm just like, yo, who is going to identify the issue? Nobody is identifying the issue. Everybody just, like they just doing some dumb shit. Fake Jesus. Fake Jesus, why did I just, see, it's just, now that time I did slip. I've been talking on my lives and I said, I don't slip and cuss. That time I actually slipped and cuss. So I give y'all that one. I did slip. But for me, it's just like, yo, how many times are we going to just ignore what's going on? It's the same thing with, I think this was probably like early 2000s, like 2003, 2004 to 6, something like that. A lot of people were starting to get the, black folks say, oh, you got the diabetes, boy, you got the diabetes, boy, you better do right, boy, they gonna have to chop one of your feet off, right? It was a joke, right? It was a joke. Well, it wasn't a joke, but people were saying, oh, you gonna get the diabetes, you gotta put the in the middle of it. You gonna get the diabetes, boy, you still eating that pork, yo. At some point, everybody started to realize, oh, you know what? The white people might be onto something. They said, the white people might be onto something. Do we really need this much salt? Like, what's this? What is this? Hey, Susan. What was that thing that you said, the thing that you and your husband do? Is this like a pesca prescriptionarian something? Susan says, yes, pescatarian. Oh, okay, what's that consist of? Was fish and veggies, and we just do this. Da, da, da. You know what? That's a good idea. Susan, thank you. And then some of us, Sarah, I know, I love you, though. I'm just saying, come on, let's be real. The white folk have been on the vegetarian and the pescatarian stuff for decades. They probably came over them joint in the 80s. You know what? I'm gonna be a pescatarian. While all the black folk, boy, I'm about to eat these chitlins. I'm about to go crazy. Got that country ham. Yeah, I ain't gonna front. I used to love the country ham back in the day. The country ham used to be, ooh, that salt hit the back of that throat. Pause, big pause. But the salt hit that part of your throat. Hold up, you just can't say throat. You can't say throat nothing. The salt hits you can't say tongue either. When you taste the salt, there's mad salt in the country ham. That's what we used to go with that. We used to go, but then we started to realize, okay, folk leaving here. They getting out of here. When I'm talking about out of here, I'm talking about they going to the glory. These folk going to glory. They leaving. So we decided, okay, you know what? These white folk may have been on to something. Let's see what this pescatarian, let's see what this vegetarian stuff is. And we started to adapt and adopt certain things. And now we got brunches every time. We got brunches every week. Vegetarian brunch with the Moscato, vegetarian brunch with all the, I'm just saying. So for me, that's a part of being, that's being a part of a community. And see, notice, I didn't say that's the church community. I didn't say that was the LGBTQ plus community. I didn't say that was the super pro Black Lives Matter, although we know what time it is. That's not none of that. It's just human, just being a human and being a morally good person. I think we're doing a better job of paying attention, but I think we have so many people that's in these streets that's spinning narratives. One narrative that I think is nasty, and I got some more stuff to talk about, but one narrative I think that's nasty is the idea that we are all, it's still black people against white people. I'm one of them people that feel like that percentage is very low. What up, Bobby Joe? Hey, Bobby Joe. Hold on. Let me give her one. Shouts out to you. But I feel like the whole narrative of black people against white people, I don't even feel like that's probably like 5 to 10% out of 100. That's like 5 to 10% out of 100. Out of all of these ideas, right? Well, I will say the majority to make up the rest of that, the what's that, 95%, a lot of that is going to be with classes and the classes that we belong to. And how much money you got? Well, yeah, Todd and Susan over there, they rolling. They've been hitting $3 million a year. And then watch this. Watch this. James and what's another black name? James and Tina. They black, right? James and Tina over there, they been hitting $3 million a year too. So guess what? James and Tina, and I forgot the first person's name, but now they are friends. A black family, white family, they cool. It's no longer black folk against white folk. I think it's classes against classes. And I don't even feel like a lot of those classes from when I had my 9 to 5. I don't feel like a lot of the upper class people are purposely trying to withhold information from groups of people. The reason I say that is this. When I had my 9 to 5, my first part of my 9 to 5, because I moved up, right? My first half of my 9 to 5, after hitting rock bottom, was digging holes. I was digging holes for water mains and digging holes for service lines for water meters and stuff like that, right? Now, granted, I did this around $1 million houses, 800,000 and up. Nothing was under 800,000. I'm sure of that. Nothing was under 800,000. Every time I was in that hole digging, I come up, the crew looking like, all right, you good? You good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I take me a sip of water. They started to run the copper lines, and I could do a whole class on that too. But they started running the copper lines. I jump back in the hole, start hooking the stuff up, and then the homeowner normally comes out, and it has not been a white man, a upper class white man has done this. It hasn't been that every time. Sometimes it has been some Indian people. Sometimes it has been some black people to come out there and they show love. Like, yo, y'all need anything? Y'all been out here for hours. Y'all need anything? And they show love. When I get out that hole and I would ask them questions about how they got their property or how they got their wealth, they just give me the game. They freely gave me the game. Now, I will attribute that to me being a good guy. Just being I'm one of those people, I can communicate with anybody. I can have a conversation with whoever's in front of me. We're going to talk and we're going to laugh. We're going to cry. Give me a hug. Bring it in. Right? I'm one of those people. But I never had a rich person to say, well, nah, I ain't going to tell this nigga nothing because he black. Never came up. If they thought that as a secondary idea, then they didn't tell me that. They gave me the game. So I hate the fact that, and now granted, take it to my side. I've been around my hood friends and they feel like the white man got it out against them. For me, I'm like, where did you get that idea? Now, when it comes to the white man, or I would say the upper class man, taking up for the community and making sure he wants stuff safe. Yeah, you know what? If that's the case, me too. I'm a white, black, African American man that identifies as a white woman. I'm just saying, cause like, yo, I like the idea of safe communities. I like the idea of people managing budgets properly. I like the idea of the community being involved in certain activities. And if so and so house got broken into, yeah, put that joint in the chat. Put it in the chat so we know who we looking for. So for me, that's not a black or white thing. That's just being aware of what's going on, right? So that's my take on that. And I know we went all the way from the woman whooping the kid, but I feel like all of it's tied in, because if she had a community of people that was helping her with that kid, if this lady had a community of me, if she had a me or a dude like me or a female like me or whoever that said, girl, you are wild and you need to control your energy. Why are you so turned up? Is it that serious? Was it that serious? Let her talk, let her get all the emotions out, and then help her troubleshoot why she blew up on this kid the way she did, like he was an adult. She didn't have to blow up on the kid like he was an adult. Like, that wasn't necessary. So for me, like, I know that's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. If y'all think I'm wrong, then let me know. Sue said, class is a real thing. I work for a law office and then people come in all the time. So this is my thing, all right? I don't know if people are in the space of not I'm trying to choose my words like as properly as possible. But I don't know that we are not stereotyping people. But I don't know that stereotyping people is a bad thing. Just think about it like that. Is stereotyping people a bad thing? I'm just saying. What up, Q? And the reason I say that, all right, listen to this. And I use this example on one of my lives, like this week when I did my music reviews. I use this exact example. If I see somebody, let's say this, I find somebody on TikTok that I love, right? Dope rapper, got bars, like he's a bar god. Like, I'm like, yo, you remind me of blah, 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 right? And I say, look, let's book a session. What's up? Overtake, what up? I said, come on, let's book a session, come through, and I want to produce you. Oh, for real, yeah, come through. I automatically have built in the back of my brain, especially if he's talking about flipping birds, if he's talking about water. If you don't know what that is, then just go do some research. If he's talking about flipping birds and he's talking about water, I know better than this. I'm sorry. I'm not a professional today. That was my second time in 3 months. Something like that. Second time in 3 months. But if they're talking about water and something getting stepped on and what's another term? It's cold in the streets, thugging, whatever, right? And let's say I like the lyrics. That like I booked the session with them for that reason. They are dope. I like it. I automatically know what comes with that environment. I automatically know what type of person or people is coming to my studio. So for me, if they prove me wrong and it's the opposite, even better. But if it's exactly what it is, how is my stereotype of that person wrong? And see, I think what we try to do as people is code switch. We try to code switch and say, well, you could do that because it's black people on black people, and you could do that. What if it was a white trapper? That was out in the street and they talking about bricks and stepping on something and whatever, right? If it's white and I still have the same concept in my brain, am I wrong? Well, nah, bro, you right then, because, see? And this is the thing. If you take that same scenario into every situation, whether that's in Kroger, you could be in the grocery store. I ain't got no hood on this shirt. But you could be in the grocery store and you see some rando walking behind you with a hood on. What's the first thing you're going to think? I'll wait. And then don't let them have a hood on and smell like weed. What you going to think? I feel like that's a necessary stereotype. So we out here, like, y'all wilding, yo. Y'all wilding. So everybody, I need my prayer warriors to go to sister or they something. I don't know what her name is, but I need my prayer warriors to go to her, help her raise that kid up and lead him in the direction that she go. So he won't do what? Straight when he get older. I know I messed that scripture up. I messed that scripture all the way up. All right, we about to get to some money now. I'm not gonna say I told you so. What up, homie? What? Hold on. Let me do some shots out. Hold on. Let me do some shots out. Is that Fabian? Fabian in the building. What up? What up? Hold up. Fabian, what up? What up? Hold up. Somebody's trying to blow me up. Fabian, what up? What up? Omar, what up? McDaniel, I think that's McDaniel. What up? Dirty Production, what up? Hey, Nicole. We got Sue still in the building. You still with me, right? Angie. Ty. Jacob. What up, Jacob? Good to see you, buddy. All right, so. We about to get to some money. I'm not going to tell you I told you so. I'm not gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it. I told you so. This dude right here, Sean, and I'm actually looking to get him on the podcast. But Sean in Town is what his name is on Instagram. Y'all go follow him. He does a really good job of keeping like the general population up to what's going on in tech and within certain business industries. But check this out. And I'm not gonna say I told you so, but we're gonna talk. What's up, Vince? Hold up, Vince in the building. What up? Now, I'm learning this screen. I'm learning the screen while I don't mess my voice up. But all right, here we go. Lord Jesus.
Amazon workers, FedEx workers, UPS workers, DHL workers, IKEA workers. A lot of y'all are going to be fired come January, and not just these big companies. A lot of smaller companies are going to be firing people too. And here's what's going to happen, right? Here's what's happening. Come January, look, all this that's going on right now, these shipments and all that stuff, look, it's going to be over with, and then they're going to get rid of y'all. Now, don't think it's going to only be seasonal workers. It's going to be some of y'all that's full-time and part-time as well. Y'all going to be fired too come January, because this season is going to slow down drastically right come New Year's Day. After New Year's Day, January, it's over for a lot of y'all. Look, Amazon, right, just rolled out over 750,000 new robots. That means over 750,000 people will be getting fired soon. That's the reason why I'm hosting this class this coming Saturday.
Oh, yeah, we don't care about the class. We don't care about the class. But yo, I'm not gonna say I told you so. If y'all did not hear that, I will relay the message. Let me know that y'all heard what I just played. Let me know that you heard what I just played. Sarah, Tim, let me know that y'all just heard what I just played. What up? Crowded Daywalker. That's a dope name. That is fire. I like that name. Sarah, Big Tim said couldn't really hear him too well. All right, cool. I'll relay the message. So this is what Sean in Town was saying. He said between Amazon, UPS, FedEx, and IKEA, and I'm sure a few other big box distributors, they're rolling out 700. I ain't like that pop. That pop was. I did not like that at all. But anyway, he said that between Amazon, UPS, FedEx, and IKEA, all of them are rolling out 750,000 robots. 750,000 robots. Now, I am going to get in my conspiracy bag a little bit. I'm going to get into that bag just a little bit for one second, because I don't want nobody to press the button on them. I don't want that, right? But I'm going to say this. Do y'all remember, this was probably like episode 80-something, like in the 80s. I was talking about how I felt like the whole idea of the pandemic, I felt like the whole idea of the pandemic was one of those, it's a setup. It was a big setup from the standpoint of not only in the healthcare industry, but also in the technology industry, also within the Food and Drug Administration industry. I felt like all of it was like, it's like, what you call it, cultivating or curating a whole big fest of something. I was like, what is the something? I know it's a something, because this is the thing. Have we ever been in a space where the government would say, yo, y'all got to stay in the house. Go take your ass to the house. What are you doing outside? You know what? If you are outside, we going to give you a, what we going to do? Give them a curfew. Then there's bam, curfew. Y'all got to be in the house by 9 o'clock. Unless you are a essential worker. Guess what? I was an essential worker when I had my 9 to 5. I was an essential worker. If somebody water line break or something, I had to go help fix it, right? So that's one part of that. And then I remember, and I'm gonna try not to say certain code words because I don't want to be flat up. Misinformation. You got I don't want none of that smoke. But I'm gonna say this. I remember being on my 9 to 5, and I'm sure a lot of other people can say that. Y'all ain't got to put it in the chat. Sarah say, I already know what you're going. You know where I'm going with this. All right. So I felt like, first off, why would you spend so many marketing dollars to get somebody to get something that's supposed to be good for them. Because last time I checked, they ain't never had nothing that was good for us that they wanted us to go do. Like they made us go do something. They might say, you know what? I want y'all to get the booster shot, the immune, what you call it? What was it? Not the measles. What was it called back in the day? What's the shot that we used to have to get back in the day? I can't remember. Flu shot. Yeah, you know, y'all, you got to get the flu shot. Bam. They would normally back then they'll say you get the flu shot. Bam, and they done. You didn't see a whole lot of marketing materials behind that thing. So that was one thing that gave me a red flag. I was like, huh. You see the coughing laugh let you know something serious. I wonder why they want us to go get this. So as I continued to go to work, they started saying, you know what? It's not safe for everybody to be in the office at the same time. Because if everybody's in the office at the same time, it's a high possibility that somebody's going to catch something, right? So everybody was walking around. You know, we were putting sanitizer on the gas pumps. We were putting sanitizer on the food bags, which we do something like that. But we put sanitizer on everything, and we just like, yo, I gotta get the mask, right? We do that. Did anybody else ask the question, if we in the house, who outside and what's being worked on? Did any of y'all ask that question? If you didn't, you're welcome. Just think about it like that for one. So as this thing started to progress, I started to see how people didn't want to go back to work. They said, yo, you know what? I'm getting a bag at the house. I got the stuff. I got an online job and I'm making $300,000. I'm making $1,000 a day. Right? They said I'm making $300,000. That's dope. Yo, congratulations. If you're doing that, you're baller. Great. But what happened to all of the people that was not making $300,000 at the house? That was one question I had for them. So I said, okay, let's just see how this thing starts to play out. So as everything started to keep reoccurring, I noticed how certain businesses, some of my favorite businesses, had to close up. What up, Pappy? What up? Some of my favorite businesses had to close up. They said, look, man, this whole COVID thing, this whole COVID-19, the corona shot. Yo, I thought it was funny that the black community, I love our humor. It's kind of like you gotta laugh from you gotta laugh to keep from crying. I think that's what we say. You gotta laugh and keep from crying, right? I like that about us. But I started to think, okay, now I think it took probably about 3 or 4 months. After it took about 3 or 4 months, everybody started hitting home. Like, wait, this is real. I can't go out the house. And if I go out the house, it's a time limit on it. Wow, wait. For me, I was like, okay, if this is happening right now, what's being developed to combat this? And how many people are going to actually want to go back to their jobs after everything is back open? And then if they don't want to go back to their jobs, what is the business owner's option to stay open, to keep business going while these people don't want to come back to work? That was one of my first thoughts. So it started to go. People started doing the whole Uber Eats thing. So I said, well, if they're doing Uber Eats, they got to be cutting into the profit. So it kept going. And they said, you know what, we're shutting it down again. They shut it down again kind of this time, right? Georgia, I'm in Georgia. We stayed open the whole time. Like they had the strip clubs open like 9 to 5. Like it was up. You still on that pole, right? You still gonna get out here and get. It's been open. So I said, this is interesting. This is very interesting. What is gonna happen when the business owners need to keep their businesses open and they don't have the workers? So then I started to see business owners chip in because their employees didn't want to come back to work. And I said, you know what? I bet you somebody's robots or something is going to be developed to combat these folk not coming back to work. And then with the industry, were we forced into this space? And I don't want to dig because, like I said, I don't want the button to be pushed on me. But as people, were we forced into the space of, well, you got to get this robot if you want to stay in business. And if you don't get this robot, and you got to make sure he got the updates every year, Guess what? It's a super expensive subscription. Think about it like that. And then I know it's one of those clips that was floating around. I might try to find it. I think it was the Rockefellers or somebody that was talking about how with the lower to middle class people, they will own nothing. Lower to middle class people will own nothing, and they will have to rent and lease everything. I didn't make it up. Y'all can go fact check me. I don't remember the name of the book. Tim, I don't remember the name of the book. I'm gonna try to find it. I'll try to find it. But yeah, that's the thing. So for me, I'm like, okay, well, all of us are selfish. Just think about this. All of us folk that's living on this God green earth, right? All of us are selfish. We want our Amazon packages on time. We want to go to Chick-fil-A. We want to make sure we get our food that's hot. We want to get that Polynesian sauce. You get that Polynesian sauce, you get that, you shake that joint off. We want that, right? We still want that. At what cost? For me, it's at what cost. I think personally, and I've been telling all of my Lucrative community members, if y'all ain't a part of the Lucrative community, please come over here and join. I'm going to have a link in my bio. Please come through. But I've been telling my Lucrative community members for at least probably 8 months, yo, the robots and tech and AI and all this stuff, get familiar. I even have a few truck driving friends. I said, yo, get familiar. Learn how to be an operator. The original job in its context is about to be phased out. Now, how long it will take to be phased out, I don't know. How long? I don't know. But I do feel like certain jobs in certain industries will be a wrap. Same reason why I told all of my Lucrative community members that's musicians, I've been telling them, yo, build your community, build your community, build your community. Make sure you get some people that's behind you. Make sure you got some followers. Make sure you offer something that's a subscription-based something, because tech is here. Everybody saw the whole Drake thing happening. With Drake came out with it was AI Drake and AI Metro Boom, and they came out with a song, and everybody was like, oh, that was crazy. Then they said, oh, y'all like that one? Y'all like that? Okay, cool. So then they came out with an AI Jay-Z. And then Jay-Z said, wait. No. Y'all got, fix it. Fix it. Who we need to, hey, Jimmy, is that you? Puff? I did a whole episode. I ain't talking about Puff Daddy. I'm so proud of myself. Yo, who? Clive? Do y'all know about this? Right? And they said, oh, you know what? All right, let's get to the government. They went to the government. Government said, all right, you know what? Yeah, we do need to put some sanctions on this whole AI thing, because y'all gonna go crazy with it. The actors did what? The actors went out and they said, you know what? We need to make sure we protest, because something don't sit right? The unfortunate thing for me is when it comes to big business is going to always take care of big business. No matter what. No matter what industry changes come up, no matter what trends might come up, big business is going to take care of big business. Don't ever think that you can get to the point where you're competing with big business. I say either you're going to be a part of the corporate structure and you're going to do what they do and just go along with it. You're a high paid employee, which is not bad. I'm cool with being a high paid employee. But the second half of that is this. If you're a high paid employee, just know that you don't own it. And if you know that you don't own it and you conduct yourself that way and you can combat that within your personal life, great, even better. But if you feel like you're going to create this thing and you're going to go against a Sony or Universal or EMI or CBS or any, if you think you're going to go against it, yo, you fighting the wrong fight. You fighting the wrong fight. So for me, I believe in you're either going to be a part of the structure and get pieces, and you can get a little piece. I'm still going to get music placements. I'm still going to produce major artists. I'm still going to produce them. And I'm going to get a bag over there. But the thing is, once that bread hit my account, once that bread hit my Wells Fargo account, like we going to invest that into some real estate. We're going to invest that into some stuff over here. I'm invested into this platform, the whole Mad Lucrative platform. I'm going to invest it into my community. That's how I think about stuff. So don't think you're going to go into the corporate structure, you're going to go get a bag, and then you think you're going combat it. No, I'm independent. No, come on, bro. Y'all playing the wrong game. Playing the wrong game. But as it relates to the robots and tech and AI, yo, let's wake up. Wake up. I know we all like to have fun and we watching the funny videos and it's a cool thing to do. And it's a nice time occupier. But I think it's time for us to start paying attention. Pay attention to everything. If you think something, dig into it. If you think something, that's the same reason why I was talking about, and I'm about to end. If y'all got anything in the chat that y'all want to talk about, go ahead and post it. I got you. Anybody in my super chats, y'all already know what time it is. If y'all got something, we gonna talk. But that's what I was saying for the longest when it came to all of these people that's suing are bringing up allegations as it relates to Puff, Clive Davis. Well, I don't think Clive Davis is in that equation yet. I think it's coming. But Puff, Russell Simmons, Jimmy Iovine. I said, yo, I'm surprised these are the only ones that's come up and tried to, bring up allegations. But unfortunately, in reading the room, and this goes for my ladies and my fellas, when it comes to reading the room and knowing, oh, they nasty, I might not want to really rock with them on that level. Read the room, yo. If you think you see something, don't ignore it. If you think you see something, do not ignore it. If you ignore it, you're going to be playing yourself. You're going to be playing yourself. It's the same thing with me. I had certain managers. Shouts out to Chris. Let me give Chris one time for Chris, man. Chris, if you're watching this, that's for you, dog. That's for you. But that's one of the only managers that I've ever had that's gotten me to the major level. And then when he got me to the major level, he didn't switch up the relationship. The relationship didn't switch up. It was just he's the same type of dude every time. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you surround yourself with real people. Chris was one of the first managers to tell me, nah, them drums don't hit, dog. So I was like, my drums is fire. Keep in mind, everybody else that was around me on the local level was like, yo, you're fire. Like, you're dope. Like, I love what you got going on. And I was the big guy in that pond. But when they said, well, go to New York, it's crazy. New York different. When I started rocking with New York stuff, New York artists, and then I just started noticing, oh, this is different. What we do down here, I see why sometimes they call us Southerners country. I understand some of it because we let certain things just fly. We let things just slide. For me, that built me to be a very knowledgeable and aware person. I don't just let stuff slip. That's the reason the reason I can do these pods and go on the live and be on live for 3 hours. I'm always feeding myself something, and I'm always surrounding myself with people that's better than me. Pulls me up. Even if they don't ever give me nothing, they're always gonna, like, just being around people that's doing something bigger than you will put you in a whole different stratosphere to make you think like, oh, this was cool. What I was doing was cool. That was cute. It was cute. I mean, I did my thing, but I need to go harder. So that's my take on that. Yo, the robots coming, AI's here. If y'all got anything else that you want to post, go ahead and post it. We're going to talk for a second. I've been on for an hour and 9 minutes. So, yo, if y'all got something, please post it in the chat. Appreciate. Hold up. Is that Hold up. Maya, what up? Hold up. Is that baby hairs? Ralph, what up? I think that's baby hairs. She ain't going to say it in the chat. She ain't going to say it. But, let's see what y'all got. What y'all got for me? Okay. What do you think should happen with the Puff Daddy situation? I told you I was done with the Puff thing, man. Oh, my God. Yo. She said, shut up. Yeah, that is baby hair. I knew it was. Can I say I don't want to answer that? I feel like I don't want to answer that. Just because I think the Puff thing is somewhat isolated, and there's so many intricate parts that may have been in the equation to make it what it is now. we're seeing the end of everything. And when I say the end of everything, like this is the part where everybody is kind of getting to that broke status because it's a recession. This is the part where everybody starts to sue other people because they're trying to get to some money. This is the part where people start to settle in and they think about what they did years ago. That's what I mean. This is a whole different part. Now, if you would have asked me this probably in 2013, 2015, I don't know how long he was with her. I don't know how long he was with her. If you know, please post it in the chat. But if this would have happened a few years ago, you think he was 8 years? Okay. If he was all right, if this would have happened 8 years ago or 5 years ago while she was in it, then I got to think about it a little bit different because you got to think anytime. Let me see, how can I phrase this without sounding like I'm caping for puff? I'm not caping for puff at all. But it's like buyer's remorse. Perfect example. It's like buyer's remorse. You know when you go to if you go to a dealership and you know good and got dang on well that you can only afford $15,000, $20,000 car. You can afford that payment. Even with me, with my lucrative community, I don't believe in payments. I don't teach my people to get no payments. I teach my people, get what you can afford. Buy the cheapest car possible, whatever. That's a whole nother conversation. But let's say you go to a dealership and you know you can afford a car that's a $15,000 car with a car payment of, let's say, $250 or $300. You can afford that. But then the dealer comes up. What up, John? What up? The dealer comes up and say, man, I know you can afford the $15,000, $20,000 car, but I got this Benz over here. This Benz crazy. Your credit is good. You got good credit. You can afford like a $30,000 car. They're going to double that joint. They're only doubling it so they can get the commission, but that's a whole nother story too. So you say, you know what? Yeah, I'm balling. Right? So you're going to be riding. You got the Benz. You're like, ooh. You're going crazy. You still going off that free tank of gas that the dealership gave you when you bought the car. And then that joint starts to get to eat. You say, all right, let me go ahead and get some gas right quick. Then you go to the gas pump and you see that joint's premium. You say, oh, I forgot. Yeah, this is a Benz. Okay. All right. Cool. So you fill your car up and you notice that this dude over here with the Honda Accord filled his car up with $20, but you got to fill yours up with $40, $50. And that joint happens over and over and over for years. So then after that, something happens on your car. You need a tune-up. Oh, this is a Benz. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and get this joint. My joint's jerking a little bit. What's this? Wait. How much does a Mercedes-Benz tune-up cost? Let me see. We're going to do this. How much does a Mercedes-Benz tune-up cost? Let's see. So instead of paying, I'm going to say, let's say you pay about $100 for a Honda tune-up. Let's do this. On a Mercedes-Benz, a tune-up is going to average between $600 to $1,200 annually. So put the number together, right? So you already got suckered into buying the car because it's something, it looked good. You want to get that joint because you balling out, right? Ooh, nigga, look at that. Ooh, right? You got to pay premium gas. Now you got to pay the premium cost to get a tune-up. Instead of paying $150 for a tune-up on a Honda Accord, now you got to pay $600 to $1,200 on the tune-up on the Benz. Then something else happens, and then say you need to get a wheel. Well, the tire's going to be more expensive too. So you see what I'm saying? All of these things start to stack up. But in the beginning, all you had to do is just make the decision to not buy the car. Stick to what you knew and grow from there. I feel like that same exact thing is happening in certain relationships when it comes to the celebrity. And when it comes to, I want to be with a baller. And when it comes to, oh, she bad, dog, I got to have her. I feel like even with and it ain't just the dudes. Some of the women experience the same exact thing. The woman got the bag. She got the super bag. And she like, man, I can fix him. I know he just got out of jail. Taquan just got out of jail, but girl, he is bad. And he laying it down. Ooh, right? I know what time it is, so don't ever think that I'm pinning the women. No. Everybody does it. And just all I'm saying is know what you're getting into. And I'm not saying that Cassie didn't, but I'm just saying. And she ain't the only one. It's gonna be more. It's hard. The harder the economy gets, it's gonna get worse. I'm sure of that. Now, is that a pessimistic point of view? Maybe. But I see. I'm looking. I got 2 eyes and I got 2 ears. And I can smell it. I smell it. You know what? I know it's coming. So that's my 2 cents on that. I don't think I can't tell you if Puff is right, if Puff is wrong. I can't tell you she's right, she's wrong. I will say buyer's remorse is a real thing. Buyer's remorse is a real thing. What you buying? All right. Tim said, "Are you doing the?" All right. So yeah, to wrap everything up, and I ain't post nothing in the chat. I see she said, "Hey, all right." She said, "Shut up." I knew it was baby hairs. All of my artists is going to be watching this on a playback, or that's going to be watching this on YouTube. Make sure you stay posted. I'm going to start having the actual promo materials going out for the Artist Bootcamp in the first of the year. Artist Bootcamp will consist of me and my team and others and friends helping y'all with y'all mental health, helping y'all with y'all physical health, helping y'all in the studio so y'all can figure out if it's just you recording you and you're trying to get that premium sound, you're going to get some of that in the course. If you're a producer that's trying to get into this space, we're going to get to that too. Social media strategy, we're going to hit that too. All of this is going to be 1 week of fun. It's my artist boot camp. So even vocal coaches, we're going to have vocal coaching there too. So yeah, we're going to go in. So yes, that to answer your question, I will have promotional material going out soon. I just don't know yet when, because I got a whole lot of other stuff going on. All right. And also, I do have my TikTok album coming. Oh. I actually started working on certain songs and starting to pick out and weed out which songs I'm going to use. And I'm going to start using, I'm going to start sending them out to the artists that I've been picking for my music review. So that's going to be fun. That's going to be real fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if all hearts and minds are clear, huh? Take it back to the Baptist church, right? Got to take it back to the Baptist church. But y'all have a wonderful day. Y'all didn't post nothing in the chat. Y'all have a wonderful day. Please be safe out here. I want to see y'all back Tuesday. You know, be blessed. Let your hearts be touched and let Big Jesus sing to you. Big Jesus gonna sing to you today. Come on. All right, I'll holler at y'all. Peace.